We shouldn't have used these balls.
Hello, Nne.
Where are you guys?
Our car broke down.
Oh my God.
Adugo, why are you worried?
They just called me and they told me that the car broke down and they're stranded.
Our in-laws.
Yes.
Tofia.
This driver, I will deal with that driver. Yeah.
Hello? Is that Onije Motors? I need your services very quickly. My love. You're welcome. I don't want. Iye bulu mmanya. Je gosi anyi onye se na ogina. Iba ya kwa na ya no. So take this one, show us the person. If you want safety, if you want comfort, if you want to go to wherever your destination is, it is your region. Onije moto. Kedu onye butere fa? Onije. Bokopi, say bokopi.
Bokopi.
We shouldn't have used these balls.
Hello, Nne.
Where are you guys?
Our car broke down.
Oh my God.
Adugo, why are you worried? Me.
They just called me and they told me that the car broke down and they're stranded.
Our in-laws.
Yes.
Tofia.
This driver, I will deal with that driver. Yeah.
Hello? Is that Onije Motors? I need your services very quickly. My love. You're welcome. I don't want. Iye bulu mmanya. Je gosi anyi onye se na ogina. Iba ya kwa na ya no. So take this one, show us the person. If you want safety, if you want comfort, if you want to go to wherever your destination is, it is your region. Onije moto. Kedu onye butere fa? Onije. Bokopi, say bokopi.
Bokopi.
We shouldn't have used these balls.
Hello, Nne.
Where are you guys?
Our car broke down.
Oh my God.
Adugo, why are you worried? Me.
They just called me and they told me that the car broke down and they're stranded.
Our in-laws.
Yes.
Tofia.
This driver, I will deal with that driver. Yeah.
Hello? Is that Onije Motors? I need your services very quickly. My love. You're welcome. I don't want. Iye bulu mmanya. Je gosi anyi onye se na ogina. Iba ya kwa na ya no. So take this one, show us the person. If you want safety, if you want comfort, if you want to go to wherever your destination is, it is Onye Ije. Onye Ije moto. Kedu onye butere fa? Onye Ije. Bokopi, say Bokopi.
Bokopi. We shouldn't have used these balls.
Hello, Nne.
Where are you guys?
Our car broke down.
Oh my God.
Adugo, why are you worried? Or getting me?
They just called me and they told me that the car broke down and they're stranded.
Our in-laws.
Yes.
Tofia.
This drive, okay, I will deal with that drive. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello? Is that Onye Ije Motors? I need your services very quickly. My love. You're welcome, you're welcome. Adangwa, iye bulu mmanya. Je gosi anyị onye isi na ogina. Iba ya kwa na ya no. So take this one, show us the person.
Good morning and welcome to Voice of the East Morning Show. Ụtụtụ ọma. Ndewo ebe ọbụla isi wee na-anọnyere anyị n'ụtụtụ a. Afa m bụ Nneọma. Ife abụọ ọnwa ọfụ ka anyị nọ na ọnwa June na ntata bụ ụbọchị nke abụọ n'ọnwa bụ June. Anyị na-ekene Chineke maka ife ọma niile ọ na-emela anyị ncha na Nigeria. Ọkachasị anyị nwa bụ ụmụ Igbo, anyị na-ekene Chukwu. And may hope na weekend gị gara ọfụma. I hope you got some rest. I hope that ịpụgokwa ibidogo wee mebe ife kwesịrị ime to be productive for the week. Ọbụrụ sọsọ m na ịma na anyị adị ọbụrụ ofu ka a na-adị akpa nkata a na-adị ebua wele akpa nkata mụ na Mayor nọ n'ụtụtụ a. Mayor, good morning. You're looking very bright this morning.
Thank you.
Daalụ rinne. You know na nkata anyị na politics n'ụtụtụ a ọ na-abụ on Mondays like this, anyị achịkọ ife melu during the week, the past week, you know, ka anyị malugodu, ka anyị ga-esi wee address ya, because as people who receive information, I need in and digesting ya information I need receive. So one of the stories I get me talk about, the first one, if a comment that former Governor Ndabia State had made, you know, on live television during an interview, where he mentioned that Nigerians do not like working hard to earn their money. Or also, anya fukwa a certain clip on the internet, about the fuel station workers in Abuja that were paid 10,000 naira at the end of the month. They have their salary. You know, and then minus going to Abuja, and which are some jobs, so monthly take home for most of their workers, but 30,000, 40, 50. Ije ordina Saba, ordina nature, you know, ordina ba, dena bakaliki, odi ebenine, you know, and all the Pakoife general in the country, whereby
even in Lagos.
Amaram Megota. I know for Pakesi a treat in the Oluoyibo from Akuro minimum wage to any enough allowances that cover up. Imagasan Anaku doctors 5,000 naira hazard fee. Imago Kilikili. What do you think about this statement? Is it true that Nigerians are hardworking and that we don't like to earn honest living?
First of all, I would like to say that some of these are politicians. They live in a bubble because I don't know the kind of reasoning that you know that brought up that kind of statement from him. First of all, we see how he has been going around embarrassing himself all in the all in the bid of supporting the president for, you know, the next, what's it called, the next election, which is, that I think last week he wore outside
we
the campaign
saw.
season.
We saw.
One of the lawmakers, people who sits down in that house to make laws, right? You are now even the one breaking the said law that you make. So it's a very sad thing for him to say, because Nigerians are people who are very hardworking. Nigerians are very hardworking. We do the dirty job. There is nobody you'd see that would just sit down and not want to work, right? Nigerians are very hardworking. And given the crop of politicians that we have, right, they always feel like, you know, they go there, steal money, and then come and shit on us that are the masses.
This is a general defamation.
Yes, because what is
can you say
Nigerians
that we don't work
hard
and
for
then
money.
we're struggling for a 70,000 naira minimum wage.
It's a very sad thing for him to say. He should be ashamed of himself for opening his mouth to say such a thing.
But Imana, he's not the first person to say
whoever it is that,
you know, so many people over the years,
whoever it is that says that should be ashamed of themselves, because I've not seen any country in this world where their citizens work as hard as Nigerians, given the hardship, the hard conditions we have to endure. We are hardworking people. We don't even have the basic amenities in life, but we wake up every morning with hope and go to work. Right? There might be an exception of a few people who are already tired of life.
Broken.
Who are broken. Like, you know what it is for even someone like me to wake up every morning and just try to forge ahead.
The country is hard.
It's so hard and it's so unmotivating. There is nothing encouraging about this country. For a senator to come out and say such a thing, he should be really ashamed of himself.
Imagine young people coming out from the university.
No job!
The labor market is so sad. You know, the minimum wage that most governors in the country have refused to pay, because that conversation is still ongoing.
Yeah.
The minimum wage doesn't even cut across the needs of an average Nigerian. And now you want your young people to join into the workforce, a workforce that is not rewarding. And then we ask why some of these unfortunate behaviors are happening in our environment. Which brings me to the very huge event that happened in Enugu last week about the Eziago man who was caught in a very unfortunate situation. It was quite a sad one. He poses to be a spiritualist in his village in Eziago. He poses to be a philanthropist. He poses to be a businessman. He poses to be all sorts of things, only for the villagers, because this story started from the villagers discovering that things were happening behind his house and sounds were coming out, and apparently a young lady about 13 years old had been put. This story goes long and long and long and long. What do you think about the Eziago situation,
so,
Mr. Onyeze?
It is a very sad situation. I've read a lot of things online about this particular situation, and also events, other, things that have led up to this particular story.
That's right.
I know Funanambra, Otu Governor Soludo J clamp down on most of these native doctors who are not registered, right? And now enough one can.
That's right.
The situation is very sad, because a lot of people are saying that our people are returning to traditional religion. This is not the traditional religion that we know. This is not This is not the way our ancestors lived and worship the gods of our land.
This is giving organ harvesting and all the dubious things. It
that
doesn't
is
look
what it is.
like some
Now, that is what
worship.
it is, right? It is sad that a lot of people have let themselves to be used to do evil things like this. Ndị Igbo na-agba mbọ. Ejiro odefa malụ ndị Igbo. Ndị Igbo na-agba mbọ. Anyị na-azụ afịa. Anyị bụ ndị na-azụ afịa. Anyị bụ ndị na-abụ na ije onwe ebe anyị jela ifulu onwe anyị, anyị na-eme ọfụma. Mana ịgwọ ọgwụ ego na ime organ harvesting abụrọ ife eji malụ ndị Igbo. And it is now sad that this generation has now taken to, some people in this generation has now taken to this particular route. because people are looking for quick money. The mad natural about you me kita I be a fuego like if we go you waste in a club and all
mana
of this.
Mana obodo ko obodo di opa ife
ni. Obodo adiro mma mana obodo adiro mma mana ohozinya igeme ka bibu mmadu je na egbu ye egbu mmadu ibegi maka ego
nna m ukwu ife na-enwe consequences ndị mmadụ adị alọtakwanụ wee mebe ụfọdụ ihe ka obodo ga-adị ifugo obodo na-adị eteki
consequences
ejide onye na-eme ajọ ife eye nwe ife eye emie onye akwụwa ụgwọ bribe ebe o jebela onwe ebe
afọ onye ji ego etuwe ya
ifugo ife na-eme na
you are so all these things so na ndị buy most times I'm na ndị buy need reorientation a lot of things I need bugo I kwesịrị ibugo in a lot of things the value we need to go back to the core values of the Igbo people.
Man, I recommend KAC drive orientations like this. Maka ni ife na-eme binary.
Ife na-eme
Maka na wayek, ano na ede wayek na ba. Ino no go do ife anan do before. See, omoro final for last week. Up him is the Nigerian news space etu egwu na atoge. Umwazi anyi no na their schools na ede wayek at 9 p.m. Never heard of. Amaramu parents ikweluko me. You know, ife ni na gepantio upper voice of the East morning show kaino ni amuna mayor aina bankata anwa gepanti join ya anyi like ya if I name subscribe or ki comment ya ki tinye onu na if I na akpa n'ụtụtụ anwa ka ijele enwe belafia anyị na-abịa.
If you want safety, if you want comfort, if you want to go to wherever your destination is, it is so easy. Onye ije moto. Kedu onye butere fa? Onye ije. Bokopi, say bokopi. Bokopi.
We shouldn't have used these balls.
Hello, Nne.
Where are you guys?
Our car broke down.
Oh my God.
Adugo, why are you worried? Okay, me.
They just called me and they told me that the car broke down and they're stranded.
Our in-laws.
Yes.
Tofia.
This drive, okay, I will deal with that drive. Yeah, yeah.
Hello, is that Onije Motors? I need your services very quickly. My love, you're welcome. I don't want. Iye bulu mmanya. Je gosi anyị onye se na ogina. Iba ya kwa na ya no. So take this one, show us the person. If you want safety, if you want comfort, if you want to go to wherever your destination is, it is so easy. Onye ije moto. Kedu onye butere fa? Onye ije. Bokopi, say bokopi. Bokopi.
You're welcome back, Dalo Nonyelanye. This is the voice of the East, Olundibo. This is the morning show. Afamobo Norma, Muna Mayo no Totua. And you were not bankata politics as we usually do on the program. When it's in Yana, if any melu in the past week in the country, and from the comments of the former Abia State Governor Ojuzo Carlo to the Eziago situation, which we will still touch on because apparently the Enugu State government has, intervened in the situation. But only if Melonio Bunajipuboku on the internet about the governor's intervention, because the intervention involved demolishing the man's properties, and with the quickness of the demolition, I wonder, again, make investigation if me. Can well another reason why you were demolition crime scene because the kinds of the things that were found in the house, people that were buried alive, sealed on the ground, very ugly stuff. I now wonder the quickness at the demolition. What do you think about that move?
I think this is a classic Nigerian situation, Nigerian politician move, right? You see, if we leave a place, a crime scene, a place, Udi Famigolo, I guess seal go to the building. You seal all that building and probably the whole vicinity.
Yep.
Abiami investigation. Even exhume some of this.
Oh yes.
These bodies saying
autopsies.
Autopsy, different things. Maka, when I saw that in when are we ever going to do the right thing as a people? Why are you demolishing a crime scene? Like, it didn't really make sense. When it happens, you keep digging and digging. It has branches and roots and everything. When they say our crude was stolen, ships as in ammonia, if you go there far before. It makes sense.
You know. I got a room. Kedu ka see demolition because obiabia mebe mmadu we juba ajuju na social media and achi cover more even because I na expect ka see anyi okay na this young man aga go through questioning. Okwa ne kwande
Abolega na that place. He still has to show a lot of things because, to be honest, a lot of people, they are not shot there. A lot of people, I declare missing.
Lost.
Or lost. This is what happens to a lot of them.
Their families.
Their organs are either harvested and the other parts of their body buried on the ground. There are a lot of people who are looking for their people in this country.
There was a pregnant woman. There was all kinds of ugly things.
Like, why are you demolishing the place? So it doesn't really make sense. This kind of situation. Demolish that place. So make sense. To other places and other people name those same kind of things.
Thank you.
Now the reorientation before I go and break it, bro. I need to go back to our roots as Igbo people. The core value in the Igbo Mwelo. Number one, I need to check is the kind of people we praise. The kind of people I need a praise. And this generation now the fond of making people who should not have a platform, giving them platforms. Look at people like Akwokoko, right? I need to Obulu a celebrity. Meanwhile, look at what was found when
Makana kine kuifa na meche ife. Makana reorientation na eku. Abia mbia kilibe. Omokwa no so minu ai na atobas ndi Igbo. You know, from way back. For now, some of these proverbs and idioms and expressions apogo some of our mentality. Because there is no smoke without fire.
There is no.
If you need to reorientation, I put things like na wata kwacha ko so lo galanya. We libe ni.
Wata kwa yo fuma.
If na nyero ko yo fuma.
Na ekwu na wata kwacha aka usoro ganyari nri. Abuho ifege meka mmadu nwo ko ọchịchọ. Now, if the mad, ego the ma can be kulesi. Mana equally, promote things bo ego the ma mani ejena jemi for joy.
Anya na things like onye na enwere ego na ekwu okwu na umunna. As a society, do we respect people without money? We don't. All the Kanya they respect in the well integrity. Anya kwera kunde na alu government in the 9 to 5. Anya de kwa kufu wolo. Asa na nwata kele amusiolo. Kwi lota the young man amusiolo na Onitsha. When na cost settlement is settlement. The thing no bono muazi na ekili maka na asi na nnewu na ata agba nwa ya anodo na akuku de nenie. Because the truth is that the children are watching us. Young Nigerians are looking at the present situation. Wherefore that now most of Ifeanyi na-ekwu na Ifeanyi na-eme abụrụ ofu. Anyị kwụsịa na ezigbo omume dị mma. Anyị kwụsịa na ụmụ ife ndị a dị mma anyị jee na in the actual reality. Ndị anyị na-enye respect bụ ndị a nwekwalụ ka ọ dị. Ndị obodo na-akwanye elu ugwu. Apụta fa nọ n'isi ụlọ ụka. Fanwa nọ na politics. Fanwa nọ n'ife niile nwere ugwu nwee respect. The poor man and the man with integrity is standing by the corner. I wonder, ma if I ne kuka ma if I ne me more fihe. So na kanji we na si reorientation ni na-ekwu obulu mi ga enye nwanye details. I ga make campaign kedu ka esi we change the general concept of our people.
My campaign, my awareness, my ife niile. Firstly, we need to vet. Now, let me take, for example, our musicians now. Okay. Olunde Nagu. Nde Oliver the Cook no Sadebefa. Tulunde Mwadu Negu. All the quite understandable. But at this generation now, I'm also guilty of that, to be honest.
Guilty of which one?
Egu ogwego. I say no. I say all those things.
Okay.
So ego di ego a kita. Abia to ego na-eto ndị nwelu dubious or nwelu sources of income are clear.
Dubious if you call it.
So we need to reorient. We need that reorientation. We need to also, because to be honest, if I go deep. And I arrest for the situation when it was still early. Go deep. And before, it will take a whole lot. The mother need the name manner. Igbo mother. With ego, abroad the style of Igbo people. That is not the way of Igbo people. The Igbo people of old were known for being hardworking. The Igbo people refused to be slaves to anybody. We work hard for our money. Do you understand? So we need all these things. But if I need the clear, if the community are brought together, if anybody name me, will any shady or dubious source of income, firstly, I could say, don't give such person a traditional title. Bam. Let the person not have a voice. Let the person not have a voice in making decisions. Makakita, Jego. Even in families, you go down to families, you see people already tasking their a 17-year-old child, Uzi, the breadwinner of the family. A 14-year-old. If you see a family, the community comes together and stop things like that. We need to actually take things like this seriously, because if not, the next generation, the Igbo people, they value all these things. Very soon,
Anyaya turns into an island.
So we need that reorientation. A lot of things need to change if we are going to arrest this situation. This is not a good thing at all coming out from Igbo land. It is not a good thing. We saw what happened when Soludo went after these people in Anambra.
Anambra, where do you call you?
Yes. Because you see, you go and you see a shrine, I see on the middle of the Mado
What is this really?
Kidnapping
when I leave Nani, Banyana.
Since the government made that thing, kidnapping in Anambra has reduced.
Very, very reduced. You're wondering what is going on.
Yes. Also, Nande criticized the governor at that point. But now, we can actually see the results of that clampdown.
I know na olundi Igbo when I see can Igbo can you continue kwano can you na akokwana akụkọ anyị n'ọnụ nke anyị na-enyela onwe anyị aka na pass kwano the actual integrity and principles of our ancestors, not the joke of it, not making mockery of the rudiments of the Igbo tradition and culture. Ka ije kwazo chalu mobile afia anyị na-abịa.
Onye
We shouldn't have used this bus.
Hello, Nne.
Where are you guys?
Our car broke down.
Oh my God.
Adugo, why are you worried? Or get me?
They just called me and they told me that the car broke down and they're stranded.
Our in-laws.
Yes.
Tofia.
This drive, okay, I will deal with that drive. Yeah, yeah.
Hello? Is that on your motors? I need your services very quickly. You're welcome, you're welcome. Adangwa, iye bulu mmanya. Je gosi anyi onye se na ogina. Iba ya kwa na ya no. So take this one, show us the person. If you want safety, if you want comfort, if you want to go to wherever your destination is, it is so easy. Onye ije moto. Kedu onye butere fa? Onye ije. Bokope, say bokope. Bokope.
We shouldn't have used this bus.
Hello, Nne.
Where are you guys?
Our car broke down.
Oh my God.
Adugo, why are you worried? Or get me?
They just called me and they told me that the car broke down and they're stranded.
Our in-laws.
Yes.
Tofia.
This drive, okay, I will deal with that drive. Yeah, yeah.
Hello? Is that on your motors? I need your services very quickly. You're welcome, you're welcome. Adangwa, iye bulu mmanya. Je gosi anyi onye se na ogina. Iba ya kwa na ya no. So take this one, show us the person. If you want safety, if you want comfort, if you want to go to wherever your destination is, it is so easy. Onye ije moto. Kedu onye butere fa? Onye ije. Bokope, say bokope. Bokope.
This is the voice of the East and this is the morning show. Olundibo, Enugu State, Kanyi Siwena operated Alo. Anyi this program every 9 a.m. on Mondays. Bamboke no nyelo anyi. O ifendibo kaineme. The Igbo culture, tradition and interest of our Igbo. Bo our goal and objective. Muna meyo no omuniana bonano nanyabo NKATA every Monday. Follow us on our social media. I'm on Instagram now. If you need YouTube, I'm yourself. I'm on X, not on Facebook. Okay, chotani, kitinye onoge kanye chabakako to make an Igbo great again. Mayo, inekwana if I did a banye bukwa or the kanya name foundational problem. Makankobone balaka. You can actually trace it down to a much deeper situation. Children in Nigeria, young students writing WAEC at night. I don't know be more than car before since in Nejwemum. Jambo, I said one edelo na bani. And nobody is taking the fall for these things. Jam must failed, most, in fact, all Igbo candidates, both in the East and in Lagos. It was very, very surprising. And Kifani in her name, Anyanuro name onye asake, onye gas suspension. Anyanuro kudi no onye si okay that the incompetence was terrible and they are apologizing for it.
Ana kula onye bila kwa na TV aka. nne ịgwagizi okwu aka ọ ga-akọ Nigeria ịghọta onye ka ọ ga-akọ ahụ akọtara ya ịgwagizi okwu because this country is that is, to be honest, we wake up and descend. We go on new lows every day. I say, okay, I read WAEC's reason,
yes,
their statements to, you know, students writing exams at night, and I was just weak. I see, because of leaks.
I know.
Because of leaks, you are making students, young children, go and write exam at night in a country that is not safe.
That is the part, and that is about baby cannot. No, but it take you from schools in their hundreds, in their numbers. How many school children have been kidnapped in this country? Right. And we have the national right to put our kids in school to write exams at 9 p.m. Have you ever heard of it in your life?
Like, it is so, and you know, some of these students do not write in their area of residence.
Please bring the parents into perspective. Would you let your child go
I would
on
not.
Such?
I would not. And I just hope some of these parents can come together and sue these people.
And sue.
Because it does not make sense in any way or form at all. How would you bring children to write an exam like that by 9 p.m.? Some of these exams are 1 hour or 2 hours long. Some of them are 3 hours long.
Yes.
You understand? So the student is supposed to be there from whenever the person comes, because it's not that night. The exam wasn't slated for 9 p.m.
I'm sure they've been there.
It's probably slated for 3 p.m., 12 p.m. or 10 a.m. And they've been there all day till that time.
Oh my God.
And the whole psychological, mental stress, physical stress.
And they
that
still
have to
wrote.
go. And they still, by 9 p.m. If it was the children of the WAEC registrar or whatever they call him, if that happened to his children or her children,
we should have made an investigation to find out if their kids are even in the Nigerian schools.
Their kids are not in this school.
You see,
their kids are not in this country.
I was thinking in my mind, if anything had happened to any of those kids, WAEC will not take responsibility. Because we heard what Jam said about the 12 children that were lifted on the road on their way to write.
Yeah.
This carelessness, we are encouraging it every day. I saw institutions writing to the institutions that had done these terrible things to commiserate with them over what? Over incompetence and carelessness. I don't understand. But I'm wondering, is there any stop to this? Because these situations are growing wings, and we're talking about them every day and not realizing how deeper the damage is.
To be honest.
From leaks to papers arriving late, and now we're talking about children writing exams, national exams, at 9 p.m., at 7 p.m.
Nigeria descends to new lows every day under this APC government.
Should we put it on a bumper sticker?
Yes, yes. No, it's not something that should be, it's not something that should be sugar-coated. Or if this APC government keeps on plunging this country to new lows every day. They don't take responsibility for anything. Everybody is singing the praise of the president.
Yeah.
Nobody is going down for messing up. They know that once you mess up, you praise the president.
Hey, oh, it gets.
So it is very sad. It is very, very sad. I just hope that these parents whose kids were made to write exams by that time of the night can come together and sue this organization.
I hope so.
I just hope they do. Because it is never said anywhere in a country with the kind of porous security system we have, with the insecurity going on in this country, that kids who write, oh my God, God knows that if my kid or if any of my younger ones had been involved in such a thing, that I would not sit down and
watch. Igbo man, don't talk in on.
I'm telling you the truth. I will drag them to. Don't worry, let me just.
Okay, so before we're met here for today because we're soon almost out of time. But on the 30th day of May, you know what day it is. But you know what day it is. 30th day of May, Friday, just 2 days ago. Igbo, experienced a special kind of calm because it was Biafra Remembrance Day. And the streets of Uweri, Umahia, so many places were
Enugu,
silent
Aba,
and
everywhere.
quiet, you know. And what do you think about it? What do you think about it?
I think I think that is a very good way of remembering our fallen heroes, right? The people who were killed during the war, and the gallant people who fought during the war, those that are still alive, and those that witnessed the war and survived the war.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's a very good way of remembering them. This is the kind of sit at home I would probably get behind, right? But I also feel that rather than shut down the whole states and sit at home in these days, I think we should come together to organize symposiums.
Oh, okay.
Conferences, right?
Really?
Events in these days that commemorates these days, that tells the actual story of this. If you go into the streets in the Southeast, a lot of people don't even know stories about the war.
Yes,
a lot of people don't even have the accurate information about what happened. So we need to use these days to enlighten our people.
This conversation is where I want us to go into the rabbit hole, right? Because in my research, I dabbled into this conversation. And most people were like, why would we shut down because of, the Biafra Day remembrance? And then there was also another group that was saying, instead of telling it to be a sad day, instead of it being a sad day, can we come out of the sad day mentality and organize festivals, organize, events, just like you mentioned, that tells the story? But do you think that it's time to come out from the sad story era and probably start celebrating our heroes and remembering them instead of a solemn day? How about a happy day where we, tell the story and celebrate them instead? What do you think about that?
I think the sadness it can still be a solemn day,